So Mat and Nicole Crisp are going to be releasing their CD called The Union tomorrow at the Life Center. I should say Sunday, actually, at the Life Center, 6 o'clock. There's no cost for admission. They're going to be selling CDs at the event for only $10. Mat, of course, is the Worship and Arts Director at the Life Center, so it's all happening at the Life Center, 2214 Innis Road. Again, Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. So we've invited them into the CHRI studios. Thank you so much for coming in, guys.
Good morning.
Thanks for having us.
I'd love to begin by getting each of you to tell us a little bit more about your individual backgrounds and also how the two of you met.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to go first?
Sure. I've been singing since I can remember, and I think I started leading when I was 14 years old on a platform. Handed it, okay, you're leading this week, so have fun. And then that's just kind of grown from there, I guess.
Yeah, I grew up in the church. My father was a minister, my grandfather. Yeah, I grew up in the church. I didn't become a musician until I was probably 15 years old, and I was a hockey player. Thought I was going to be a hockey player for my whole life, and did not turn out that way. And so now I play music for the church. And I walked away from the church for a few years in about 2001, for about 4 or 5 years, and God graciously allowed me to have my time and explore, and then he kind of said, "Okay, time's up," and he kind of tugged on my heart, and now we're deeply involved with local community, and yeah, we love it. Yeah.
And we were talking off the air a little bit about your background, and you used to work with Starfield and different very interesting things. How did the pair of you wind up in Ottawa serving over at the Life Center?
Yeah, that is truly a miracle in itself. I'm a carpenter by trade. And so I would supplement my income as a carpenter and try to do music and stuff like that. And we were doing great in Calgary, and we were loving life in Calgary. And about a year and a half ago, we got an email from who is now my pastor, Pastor Jay Boucher at the Life Center, and he just said, "Hey, we're starting to look for somebody. Would you be interested in kind of throwing your name in the hat?" And it caught us so off guard that it was almost like, if this is actually so exciting, we're just going to see what happens. And I think we flew out to Ottawa maybe a week and a half later for an interview, and here we are. It's a miracle that we are here. It truly is.
So how does Ottawa compare to Calgary? I know there's a lot more Christians out that way, but
yeah, it's a little bit of a Bible Belt. I would say the winters are far nicer here. They may be colder, but for a much shorter period of time.
Okay.
We truly cherish Ottawa. It's a beautiful city to raise a family. We've got 2 little kids, and it is amazing for children and family. There is so much to do, and we love it. Calgary is brilliant, and we love it, and we have friends and family still there, but Ottawa is definitely our home.
Now talk about the process of putting together your new CD, The Union.
Yeah, do you want to stab that one?
Sure. We kind of came across the idea last fall, so over a year ago now, and just kind of sat on it and said, okay, is this going to work? How are we going to figure all these details out? We have 2 very little kids, and we just said, okay, well, let's just start and see what God does and what's going to happen. So we started writing in the new year and just wrote and wrote and wrote. Started making plans to go to Los Angeles, where we had a friend that's a producer down there, and things just kind of pieced together like a puzzle. And we recorded in August, and now we have this CD, this EP that's finished, and we're really proud of it and excited, and just feel really blessed to have this opportunity.
Yeah. And the song that we're playing is a Brian Dirksen song. People will know. Most people will know. He sings with you on the song.
He does.
Did you just reach out to him and say, "Hey, we want to cover your song. Would you sing with us on it?" Or do you know him from
previous
you know what?
Things? Working with Starfield for on and off for a couple years, you make really interesting and neat connections. And 2 of the guys that were very influential on this record, this EP for us, was Gordy Cochran and Adrian Bradford. Both drummers, actually, for Starfield at one point in their careers. And Adrian was the producer in LA that we connected with, and I've known him from Starfield. And Gordy, who is now managing us, Gordy Cochran used to be a drummer for Starfield. And so Gordy does a little bit of work for Brian and kind of made the connection. And this song has been something that Nicole and I have cherished for years and years and years, ever since I was a teenager. It's just that song that kind of just sticks with you throughout the years. And so that's how it kind of came about. And so Gordy reached out to Brian and said, "Would you be interested?" And he loved it, loved the version, and so that's how it happened.
I used to drum for Starfield as well.
The list is long.
Now, we're going to play that song in a moment,
Sure.
but you're going to actually play live for us another one of the songs from the record. Tell us about the song, and then I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, this is this song that we're going to play is called "You Hear Us." It's the third song on the EP, and it's something that it's one of our mottos at the Life Center at the church. There is love never fails, and this is just one of those. God is sovereign, no matter what, through the highs, through the lows. He's always there listening, and so that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. From the depths of our souls, from the cries and the groans, you hear us, you hear us. From the lowest of the lows, in the places that we've grown, you hear us, you hear us. From every mountain to every valley, you hear us, you hear us. Through every season along this journey, you hear us. You're forever faithful. You're forever by our side. And you will be the answer. We'll trust in you, Almighty. And from the depths of our souls, from the cries and the groans, you hear us, you hear us. From the lowest of the lows, in the places that we've grown, you hear us, you hear us. From every mountain to every valley, you hear us, you hear us. Through every season along this journey, you hear us. You're forever faithful. You're forever by our side. You will be the answer. We'll trust in you, Almighty. You're forever faithful. We'll trust in you, Almighty. And you're forever faithful. You're forever by our side. You will be the answer. We'll trust in you, Almighty. You're forever faithful. You're forever by our side. You will be the answer. We'll trust in you, Almighty. You're forever faithful. You're forever by our side. You will be the answer. We'll trust in you, Almighty.
Mat and Nicole Crisp from the Life Center. They're releasing their CD Sunday evening, 6 o'clock, a worship evening, CD release night. CDs are going to be sold at the event, by the way, for only $10. No cost for admission. Sunday, 6 o'clock. Again, 2214 Innis Road. Really appreciate you coming by the studios, guys.
Thank you so much.
From that same record, The Union, featuring Brian Dirksen, Creation Calls on CHRI.